What's up, y'all? We back at it, and we got the latest episode of My Adventures with Superman, Season 3, Episode 1. So I've been enjoying this new take on Superman, and I know a lot of the inspiration came from anime, so that's what really got me liking this new season of Adventures with Superman. Now, we got it where at the end of Season 2, we had it where Kara actually joined Superman. You find out her father was like Zod, disguising to be her father. And you got it where she actually joins Clark and becomes a hero. We got it where at the beginning of this episode, you see they actually got new outfits. And I gotta say, I like the new outfits compared to the season 1 and 2 outfits. Don't get me wrong. I thought the outfits we had for 1 and 2 for Superman was pretty good, but I don't know the way they got the cape over the shoulders. It just looks so much better. And then I just love the way Kara design is, where she got the cape and the cape actually has a hood on the top of it. It's just goaded to me. And we have it where this season starts off where, Kara is saying she has to say goodbye to her father. And you have this amazing sequence, which really kind of reminds me of the old school Superman movie, how they did the fortress. I want to say was it Superman 1? I don't believe it was Superman 1. I think it was Superman 2 where they had Zod in back in the day, before my time. But you know what I'm saying? I watched it because my father was a fan of those movies. It was in his collection. But let me see the way they do it. I'm trying to get to the scene real quick so that we can look at it. See the way they got the fortress and how the light is surrounding Supergirl. It kind of like that's how it was in that movie for me when I seen it. If I'm remembering it correctly, and I like the fact that they actually did that in this episode. And then just the stuff that you know Brainiac slash her father said to her, like, yo, you're a destroyer. That's all you ever was. And you're trying to pretend to be a hero because Superman, because Clark Kal-El is a superhero. Don't try to pretend him. Be who you are. You are a destroyer. And you got it where she's kind of questioning who she is while talking to her father. And I don't know why. I like this little, it was a small scene, but I just really like this scene right here between her and her father. Her thinking to herself, like, yo, how can I figure out who am I? You know what I'm saying? Who am I? What am I meant to do with my life? What am I meant to be with my life? So I feel like this season may be really big on her figuring out who she is. But you see, they're celebrating Halloween in this episode. You have it where, of course, you got Jimmy has a crush on her, and it seems as if she has a crush on her, but you know what I'm saying? We're not 100% sure. And you even have it where Lois saying, like, yo, she's crazy about you. Tell her how you feel. And Jimmy points out a great case. He points out something, me, myself, I didn't even consider it until he said it. He was like, yo, she's new to this planet. She's new to this planet. There's little she knows. There's a whole world for her to discover. She likes me right now because I'm the only thing she knows. And then he says, like, yo, I'm not going to do that to her because eventually, she's going to find other people that she likes. Right now, she only knows him, her cousin, and Lois. And maybe the Kents. They didn't really say. I'm assuming so since they're at the Kent farm. But what he says does make sense. Um, and I know some people may look at it another way, but I don't know. I mean, I agree with him, but at the same time, I still would try to shoot my shot. But I do like how this episode, I just like the relationship between her and Jimmy, you know what I'm saying, Kara and Jimmy, because it just seems so innocent, so cute, you know what I'm saying, maybe because it's new. And then you have it where Clark is talking to, Lois saying how he wants to, find a little house outside of, saying Metropolis. And it seems like he wants to build a family, but of course it seems like that's too fast for, for Lois. She seems a little scared about it. And while all that's going on, you see that Lois' father is there as well, and he gives them information. He says that he's retired, and he gives information about a base where it looks like they were doing some type of Kryptonian experiments. So he tells her so that she can let Superman know. But you know the type of person Lois is. She's going to try to go herself. And that's why I feel like, as a father, he shouldn't even told her. He should have I can't remember. It's been a while since season 2. I can't remember if he knows that Clark is Superman. I know he knows his daughter is cool with Superman, but I don't know if he knows Clark is. I'm believing not, since he didn't go directly to Superman. But anyway, you got it where they find this underground building, and you find out that they were experimenting and trying to make clones. You even have it where they find this dog. I imagine this dog may become Crypto. I could be wrong. Like I said, the seasons are so spaced out with this series. It's kind of hard to remember what happened in the previous season. But anyway, you have it where they find this grave for the doctor. They find out that the doctor was raising this clone to be, a good person. Now, I don't know if this clone is going to turn out to be Superboy because he looks so much bigger than Superman. I don't think it's going to be Superboy, but I could be wrong. Um, or it could turn out to become another thing I was thinking of, either Bizarro or what's the other what's the other person I was thinking of? Doomsday. Between those three people, I know I seen Superboy in the trailer, so that's what leads me to believe Superboy may become that guy might become Superboy. But anyway, while all that's going on, you have it where there's this monster in there, this robot in there, which Superman is forced to fight and defeat. Um, he does do that. He ends up saving the clone. The clone sees Superman as a good person, and then you have it where the episode ends where the clone ends up saving Superman. Like I said, it looks too big and bulky to be Superboy, but I could be wrong. Maybe he might lose some weight or whatever. But you have it where he actually saves Superman. He takes his dog, he runs off, and you have it where Halloween is going on, and this kid, this guy, this is his first time. This clone is his first time experiencing the real life and other individuals outside of the man who raised him, the doctor. And you see, he has this moment where he's kind of nervous, but a little girl walks up to him and gives him a piece of candy, which is very adorable. And what I'm saying, I thought it was pretty nice. And because of that, he's kind of seeing the good side of humanity. Then he's looking at Superman on the posters and billboard, and he sees him as a hero. So I don't know. All in all, I think this was a great first episode for season 3. I'm curious to see what happens with these different characters. They also show Lex as well, and it seems as if that robot that Superman fought at the beginning of this episode, well, within that underground building, was a robot made by Lex. And you see as if Lex is trying to find ways to stop Superman because he's begun to hate Superman at the end. Like it started in season 2, if I'm not mistaken. But all in all, very good first episode. Curious to hear y'all thoughts on it. Let me know down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, man. Really enjoying this, man. Just as good as the other 2 seasons. I feel like this is an underrated Superman series. Like I said, it's not as dope as the Superman series from the '90s, but it's pretty damn good if you ask me. But let me know your thoughts. I like this new take on them, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.